Next topic.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we're going to make light of this here and there. But this topic, Carole Baskin comes out as bisexual.
Yeah, I heard about this crap. Man. Wait, before I even say something, you want to go ahead and say something? You got something you want to say?
Okay, so let me just go over some of the stuff she said. She said she knew since the 80s that...
80s?
the 80s. That she was attracted to women.
Okay.
And then she said that she thought maybe she was born in the wrong body because she was a tomboy as a young girl.
She felt like that in the 80s? Or she just saying...
Whenever she was a young girl. I don't think she was a young girl in the 80s. I think she was a young girl in like the 60s or 70s.
Okay, I'm just over here getting some intel, some additional facts to add to this. Go ahead.
But she says this after she was eliminated on Dancing with the Stars.
Because she couldn't dance. Out here looking crazy.
I ain't
even watched it, but I
just
heard everybody say she looked retarded out there.
Well, that would be even better to watch. Like somebody who can't dance. Bruh, that's always entertaining.
Out there dancing like a wounded tiger. Well, looking crazy. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so there's so much like weird about this. Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask you, what do you think about her coming out as bisexual after her being eliminated on Dancing with the Stars?
I think, first of all,
don't go real deep because I'm going to tell you my reason why I think so, and then we can go deep after my reason. Kind of deep.
She's doing it for ulterior motives, man. She ain't doing it for just like, hey, I feel like telling you guys that. Yeah, she got some motives.
So I think she's coming out with this now, right? Because I think she wants to now be on reality TV. I think she wants to try and compete and do something else, like maybe like Big Brother or something. And she wants to get the LGBTQ plus community behind her, thinking that it's going to get her either more votes or they're going to start supporting her in her business.
I can see that, man.
Like she's trying to use them to catapult her and what she has going on or is going to have going on.
I can see that. Yeah. Anytime you start throwing out the name LGBT and you as a support mechanism, you trying to be with the movers and shakers around here.
I was just thinking, like, why now? Why is this important for her to say now? Like, not to say that people can't come out whenever they want to, but why is this necessary? You're married to a man. It's not like she was caught on film kissing another woman or holding hands with another woman or, it's not like people were pressing her for this information. So, like, what was the reason to come out, like, or to expose that about yourself? Like, personally, I feel like that's not something you throw around. Like, I don't feel like you should just willingly give that information out. Like, unless somebody asks you, but I feel like it's rude for people to ask. It used to be super rude for somebody to ask you what your sexual preference was. Unless they were trying to date you.
Did it say how it came out?
It just says she comes out as she was giving an interview. Like she literally just volunteered the information.
Yeah. So most likely with that interview, it probably was somewhat staged to, I'm going to give out some information. I mean, I don't think it was a bombshell to the person that was actually doing the interview. But it's a joke, man. If I was the LGBT community, I would be outraged. Straight up. Be like, look at this.
Stand by the gates, man. We're not letting you in.
You like, whoa, wait. We need to see your credentials. Hold on. Because it don't make sense for, like, this is the thing.
The tomboy remark got me.
She's 59, right? So she was born in 61. She said in the 80s. So in the 80s, she was in her 20s. All right? So you are now 59 years old, and now you are trying to divulge or tell everybody that, I am bisexual. Nobody asked you if you was bisexual.
No,
nobody asked you nothing about that. I don't think anyway. And if you're in this interview, obviously you're married to a man. Like, that's
my point. Why would you ask that if she's married to a man? She gave that information. Why are you even saying it? You were the man. You were the man.
She had to give that information out. And if she felt like right now was the time for her to tell that, why do you need to announce that? You're in a climate now where it's pretty well accepted.
Pretty normal.
It's pretty normal now to just go out here and live your life. Like, she could have literally just had a girl. And now this is the other thing. I ain't think about this. Maybe is she getting ready to get divorced from my man and they're going to be with a woman?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
If she's getting ready to do that, then she may be trying to prepare everybody to like, hey, I like women. That could be the case. So I don't want to knock that out.
But that's still shady as heck because that's still like premeditated.
But still, even if she is going to be with a woman.
She's not that popular.
Right. Even if she is going to be with a woman, who cares?
And they even asked Joe Exotic or asked her about Joe Exotic. Right. And, you know, she still don't care for him or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think the feeling was mutual for him about her coming out as bisexual.
My man.
And he's just, I mean, she's still a B word.
Man,
so.
My man Joe Exotic was all for the boys. He didn't give a damn.
He was living his truth.
He was
long
all
and hard
out there. So, you know, but I think it's more to it. Like you said, she wants to get some money maybe in some way, or she may need some support when it comes to, who knows what's going to happen with these cases that they're trying to
build against her.
You know, restart up. Maybe she wants to have that support.
They took cadaver dogs to her park.
Yeah, and maybe they want to have some support. You know what I mean? Or she wants to have some support for the LGBT community to help her, assist her, or be able to have access to additional resources that she may need to use. So I think what she's doing is she's just trying to keep herself in a certain level of limelight and a certain image, so that, you know, what you see is you always see this positive, okay, upbeat kind of personality. And you, as long as you keep saying it, you're not going to believe these allegations that's being brought up against her.
Or it'll be harder to come at her because it'll be like, oh no, she's part of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, her status and all that. Right.
Now we're all going to speak up for her, like, leave her alone.
I'm telling you, bro, if I was with the LGBTQ plus, I'd be hot, fam. I'd be like, you know what, man, you are not welcome here. Not because we saying, hey, you can't live your life, but first of all, we ain't gonna skip past the whole fact that she felt like she should be a dude.
See, that's the part I want to talk about, because she was like, she used to like to dress like, she used to dress boyish, you know, as a young girl, but like, so did I. I didn't think I was a boy. It's just, if I was a tomboy though, so it's like, if you like playing sports, you like getting dirty, you're not going to be out here wearing skirts and dresses because A, you don't want your panties to show, and B, you don't want to mess up your skirt and your dresses, or if you did, you get in trouble for it. So then you're told to wear shorts and stuff. And some girls just don't like wearing dresses because, I mean, the breeze is uncomfortable.
Man, it's all kind of
when
stuff.
You're younger. At least I would say so for me. The breeze and having my body parts just easy for somebody to flip up and see my underwear. I felt very unsafe.
Just because a girl, I mean, come on, man. You know, you got a lot of girls that hoop, play basketball, they play sports. Some sports may be predominantly a male sport, but they play. Does that mean that they're not, you know, more feminine because they hoop, or they you know what I mean, they play baseball or whatever? Bruh. You know.
I just felt like that was just one way for her to exercise her belonging in
She's
the
60
community.
Years old. At 60 years old, you don't come out, fam. Not at 60.
But even the coming out, like,
no, I'm saying, like, not saying that she can't live that way. I'm talking about you don't, at a 60-year-old, don't come out don't go saying, hey, I'm bisexual. Who cares, lady? You 60 years old. Do what you do, man. Nobody give a damn.
On that note,
what?
When Yeah, when did it turn into a thing where you have to announce your sexuality to the world if you're a part of the LGBTQ community?
It's always been a thing for them. What you mean when it turned
into
a thing?
No, it really, it used to be, growing up, it used to be super rude to be like, hey, are you gay? You couldn't ask that before.
No, but you said coming out.
People having to acknowledge it, people throwing it all the way out there, like people saying to the world, I'm gay, or I'm a lesbian, or...
So you asking me when, so... Maybe.
I think it turned into a trending type thing, like it turned into a fad, because it used to before be you were just coming out to your family, right? You were just telling your mom and your dad that you liked girls or guys, or you feel like you're a boy instead of a girl.
I think it's still like that, though. I mean... Yeah, you got situations like this, but she's in the public eye to a certain extent. So you get more of those that you see people come out publicly like that. But you got people that do it on Facebook and stuff. But a lot of times it's to who they perceive to be is their family or friends. So it's kind of still the same. It's just maybe you might be on someone's Twitter or someone's feed and be like, bro, I ain't need to do that. I don't need, it ain't that serious.
But that's what I mean. Like, even when it comes to like actresses and actors, like, it was like, okay, remember Ellen when she came out? Yeah. It wasn't a thing. Like, that was the thing. That's like when she did it was like it became a fixation of everybody to know what people's sexuality was. If you couldn't put your finger on it, people just started asking that question. Like, that's super rude.
Right.
Like, if somebody asked me that, I would have been like, first of all, that's personal.
Yeah.
Second of all, you trying to date me? Is that why you asking? No, then you don't need to know.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I think it's interesting having these type of topics or talks, because like I have my own reservations on like how that looks. I mean, to me, it don't make any sense to have to do that, right? To have to come out about who you decide you like. I like a girl, unless you're in a conversation with someone and that's something that's being asked, or it's like, yo, I'm interested in you, so hey, you like girls, boys, you know what I mean? What you like? That's different. But to just be like, you know what, hey y'all, I'm gay. Oh, okay.
I know, right? Like, carry on, like keep sweeping the floor.
The funny thing with that, a lot of the reactions that people get, and it's not always like that. Sometimes it's negative, but a lot of reactions like, yeah, we knew that already.
Right.
Y'all already knew that. I tell by the way you was acting, how you swing them hips. Yeah, we knew. So a lot of it is like, it's so accepted now. Not only is it accepted mainstream, it's accepted in the courts in so many different ways. There's so many new laws and executive orders that have been signed over the years to help support the fight for the equal rights that they're fighting for. And look, man, I hey, that's what you want to fight for. That's the life that you living. By all means, do your thing. But everyone else we don't need to hear, that you're bisexual. Okay, dude, just live your life. I respect the people that are within the community, the LGBT community, that just go out there and live their life. But they don't need the acceptance.
I don't need you to accept announcement.
That's not an announcement to make.
As I'm saying, like, I don't need you to accept if I see you with a dude, okay, cool. I see you with a female, okay.